Throughout human history, pivotal moments have shaken our understanding of reality, prompting us to question our very existence. These moments compel us to confront profound truths and challenge deeply ingrained beliefs. Embracing this expansive journey requires considerable courage and an openness to a drastically new worldview. It demands that we challenge our fundamental beliefs about the world, both past and present. These revelations can be disconcerting, or more likely frightening, to a degree that might push many away when certain truths are revealed. These truths sharply contrast with the prevailing secular narrative, which ultimately dismisses the notion of a divine creator in favor of deceptive concepts. Such concepts include the idea of infinite space extending throughout the cosmos, vast expanses of time purportedly stretching billions of years into the past, prehistoric extinct creatures believed to be millions of years old, and random evolutionary processes presented as scientific explanations of our origins. What if we discovered that our most cherished beliefs and answers to the mysteries of our world are merely fragments of a grand illusion? What if this illusion were carefully crafted and slowly sustained over time by an elusive group with a specific agenda aimed at intentionally misleading us? Imagine these false realities and beliefs woven into a deception so vast that it stretches our very capacity to even consider them as possible. A collection of illusory conspiracies so starkly at odds with our long-held beliefs that they almost guarantee immediate skepticism, if not outright dismissal. This elaborate conspiracy shields and protects itself by seeming absolutely impossible from the beginning, effectively rendering it pointless to even consider. Consequently, any attempt to discuss this extensive deception is almost certain to be met with swift rejection, accompanied by scoffing, laughter, ridicule, and even harsh criticism. Such reactions are sure to arise as this level of deception starkly contradicts the most foundational beliefs instilled in us from early childhood. I vividly recall the extensive time it took to grasp and reluctantly accept these fundamental deceptions once I was compelled to confront them. This profound realization led to months of sleepless nights, during which time I found myself withdrawing from social events and gradually distancing myself from my closest friends. I was forced to reshape my entire worldview, a period marked by extremely difficult, yet enlightening discoveries that fortunately proved to be empowering over time. Accepting all of this was as challenging as being told that my name, birth date, parents, and my long-lost infant history, as I had come to know, were nothing but fabricated falsehoods, timelines, and details. It meant acknowledging that an entirely different narrative awaited, should I dare to question and explore further. Most of us would agree that our foundational worldview was shaped from a young age by our educational system. This background makes it incredibly challenging to consider alternative realities that starkly contrast with our longest-held certainties. We can consider critical assertions that clearly reveal we are far more than mere products of vast spans of time and chance. The birth of deception. This highly misleading deception began to take shape with the emergence of the well-known Big Bang and evolution theories, accompanied by the widely accepted belief that ancient dinosaurs roamed the Earth millions of years ago. Soon thereafter, radiometric dating was introduced as a scientific method to validate this ancient prehistoric world and a universe purportedly billions of years old. This widely accepted framework of fallacies and illusions has laid further groundwork for a network of subsequent events and contrivances that have greatly obscured our understanding of Earth's age, space, time, and our origins, casting us as mere products of random chance through evolutionary processes. Behind the potent facade of this grand deception lies a secret of unparalleled magnitude, so significant that it necessitated immediate concealment upon discovery, starting from our very first entrance as children into the educational system. The truth they strive to obscure is a discovery that would have utterly transformed our collective understanding of the world and our very essence had it been revealed as found. These were discoveries deemed necessary to remain hidden at all costs given their unimaginable implications. Imagine discovering a world where our beliefs about outer space and extraterrestrial life are not grounded in scientific fact or high plausibility, but are instead founded on fanciful stories that create a false narrative, from hindsight to insight. In this modern era, equipped like never before with a wealth of collective hindsight from recent historical events, both known and yet to be revealed. We face a remarkable opportunity. It is an opportunity to reinvestigate these events, their intriguing timelines, and the intricate details surrounding them in an entirely new light. This fresh perspective calls for meticulous scrutiny and comprehensive reassessment. It urges us to embrace genuine openness to relinquishing many of our established beliefs in exchange for new truths and realities. Through this process, we can adopt a new paradigm and framework that reshapes our entire understanding of the world, cosmology, and our perceived reality, ultimately affirming that a creative entity is the sole author of all that we see and experience. The Antarctic Treaty. In response to these paramount discoveries made in the mid-1950s, the Antarctic Treaty was swiftly established on December 1, 1959. This international agreement was signed by 12 countries: Argentina, Australia, Belgium, Chile, France, Japan, New Zealand, Norway, South Africa, the Soviet Union, the United Kingdom, and the United States. The treaty entered into force on June 23, 1961. As of February 2025, the Antarctic Treaty has now garnered 56 signatories across the world. It is worth noting that the countries mentioned above, excluding the Soviet Union, were part of the Western Bloc led by the United States. They were aligned as allies and members of organizations like NATO, the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, and/or SEATO, the Southeast Asia Treaty Organization. On the other hand, the Soviet Union represented the Eastern Bloc, which consisted of communist and socialist countries. It is important to remember that the relationship between the Soviet Union and the Western Allies was tense, with the Soviets often seen as adversaries. This becomes even more intriguing when realizing the necessity of including the Soviet Union as well in the creation of this mysterious treaty. The principal aim of the Antarctic Treaty, both at its inception and continuing into the present day, is to strictly maintain Antarctica as a dedicated zone for scientific research, thereby fostering cooperation among all involved nations. The Antarctic Treaty strictly prohibits any and all military operations, bars public expeditions, and restricts commercial airline flights anywhere near the region. It expressly forbids any territorial claims, ensuring that no nation can, at any point, claim ownership of any part of Antarctica. The treaty strongly advocates for the exchange of scientific information and promotes collaborative efforts among its signatory countries. The primary purpose of this treaty was not to preserve a specific geographic area, nor was it focused on cultural or wildlife conservation. The central aim of the treaty has always been the promotion of scientific research and its associated objectives. Right on time, in a perfectly timed and absolutely necessary manner, NASA emerged onto the world stage. It captivated our attention and directed it toward the realm of outer space.